Good morning, friend. Today we will discuss about the lifting appliances and lifting safety when you are using for heavy the tower cranes, mobile cranes, elevators, and Hydra. We can use. We are using also Farana. So, whatever used in constructions industry for the lifting purpose, mainly using for one place to another place shifting something heavy equipments. So we require two tower cranes, we require two mobile cranes, we require the crane in types of cranes. Suppose that we are traveler crane also using in construction sector. So this safety, these types of activity, whenever you are or start, then safety precautions is very important. Because of that, it that comes lifting activity comes under the high risk activity, which is one of the most hazardous activity in construction project. So we have to take the initiative and good safety practices during the work. So, if practically we can start the safety, sometimes we are not aware about the what is the uh, directly start to somewhere area to safety precautions. If anyone ask in interview, then many peoples are forget when start the safety precautions. So first we can start. If you are going to any work and activity in your premises, then first you should understand there are three compartment and three elements which is very important. First is right people, process, equipments. So if anyone ask what are safety precautions taken in construction industry, so first start from the right people to right job. Suppose that we require man, right man. Suppose if you are using tower crane erections of them and rigor requirements. What are the main requirements? Which type of experience needs for or safety measures? Suppose that tower crane operators, there is no criteria and qualifications are in any legal requirements. So we have to take with safety precautions. Who are a tower crane operators? Then experience must be have in the tower crane operating approx 3 years, 5 years, and age limit must be at least 21 years, because as persons 18 years, mm, 18 years we can say that adult and 11 minimum at least 3 years experience for tower crane operating, and experience certificate it must be submitted, which they have working in previous organization, and contractors and project team must be verify the competency. Suppose that sometimes they will submitted the experience certificate but they don't have knowledge. So we have to check competency level regarding the by the internal conversations, and that may be called of interview. So if they are perfect and suitable for the tower crane operating as per your requirements, as per the norms, then they will it will be selected for the tower crane operator. Same things like the tower crane operators, the tower crane signaler, and riggers, fitters, and lifting experts should be competent and should be experience fit for use. Fit for means wealth, health is very important, and certify the government's doctors he is a good health and fit for use in construction industry. And especially check if you have tower crane operator, then especially check of ear ear, and also check the another any types of diseases, suppose that blood pressure. So you know that one, um, I have one experience, one tower cranes facing the and survive the issue of the high blood pressures. So that tower cranes operators die in tower crane during the operating. So you have to take precautions to any internal disease and any types of external disease are identified. If they are free from disease, then they will selected for the tower canopy, because that is a very high risk activity. Next, we have discussed about the peoples will be selected from the organizations and which are requirements in place. Then they will start the work with process safety inductions. What are the safety trainings and safety inductions, knowledge, job safety trainings? We can say entire process will be proceeded. Next, we will discuss about the process. What are the process you have if you are going to start tower crane erections work? If we will start the tower crane operating works, then we have to process. So process make a proper SOP and make a proper prepare the hazards risk assessments and work method statements and inspections checklist, and what are the responsibility those people are involved in the construction in the tower crane in operating. They a that all are responsibility, means operator responsibility who are involved in the tower crane and activity like the erection work, like the operating works. They will submit the responsibility, and responsibility must be clear communications to the downgrade, and they will understand in our responsibility has been defined in our project. So that is a call of process. Now we will discuss about the equipments. What are the process? One basic things we can understood, if you are start the tower crane erections, then and first you should some criteria which is very important to cover in the work method statements. Suppose the tower crane foundation where is going to erections, that area must be compact, and that area soil must be tested in the lab, and certificate must be submitted. Soil is in good conditions, there is no any loose soil, and foundations, if you are preparing the foundation structural, what are the structures you are design. So designs must be approval from the consultant, and the designs are that design are for your foundations and for tower cranes. So that may be understood, because of most of incidents happens due to lacking of design. So design is very important. Now we will discuss about the tower crane erections. If you are going to erections and any cranes you are going to erections, then first you should check the tower crane age. What is the age of tower crane? Sometimes different organizations are using in past 20 years 35 years old cranes, so which is very difficult to identify the risks, identify the physical inspections, and if you are identify the something damage, that times very difficult to who purchase the materials, purchase the equipment, so they will modify the design. So we have to who understand at least 5-10 years age of cranes must be in use in your constructions project. In case of 5 years 5 if years old equipment, so then must be checked and competent checked by the check NDT test. You can say NDT test must be required for the physical test, and test report will become is good. That may be use of that can use of tower can in elections purpose. Now we will discuss about the tower can. Already you have instructions, so then we will start the activity from the erections work. So area surrounding the area, if you are going to erection, if you are going to operating the tower cranes, then obstructions is a very tower crane moving obstructions and erections. And whenever going to start erections, that times a big hazards for the tower can obstructions, moving obstructions, we can rotatory obstructions nearby the area. Sometimes electrical cables, you have observed the scaffolding, sometimes you have observed the neighbors and committee members residentials in outside of your premises. And sometimes you have observed the high tension of electrical cables. So you have to consider, you have to identify what are the obstructions you have to identify and resolve, and mitigate the identifications of obstructions. So that is a major hazard in during the erection and using of tower cranes. Next we have, after that you are going to start the erections work, and erections work must be under the controls, lifting experts, supervisors, and every who are responsible. So they will start with the toolbox stock, and areas will be barricaded where the erections surrounding the area proper barricaded. No person under the suspended load, and who are the signal man, they are understood with familiar both signalmen and familiar with the tower crane operators, and only for allow the competent signal. Who are the competent signaler, they will also, they will only is signaling to the operating. No one another persons required to signal to the operators, even your boss, even your does not matter. So who are even company managing directors, also persons inside, they will also not responsible to and authorized to who communicate, authorized to who signaling to the operator. That is a one major hazards during the work. Sometimes you know that communications system is very lacking. Sometimes I'm going to erections and operating, that times they will not provided the proper walkie talkie, they are using of hand signaling. So visuals not controls, they will start to another two three people's also involved in the signal. So that is not good. So only for two signalmen should be required, and with walkie talkie. Don't use of mobile phones during the signaling. That is another major hazard during the erections work, we can say erections work and operating work. Third hazard is sometimes defective lifting tools tackles using. Sometimes you have only for defective. If so, project who are the work engineer supervisor also precise to the safety departments, only for one load we are going to use. So kindly allow. So don't allow, because of that is high risky activity. Next is challenges is there, or the visuality. If you are going to work in night, that is also major hazards hazards for lifting. Third is radius. Radius is very important things. If you are going to erection, if you are going to any types of liftings, then radius must be under the standards. Suppose that's 45-degree angles, also is very important, 45. Sometimes if you are using the heavy cranes, so 45 to 60 is a range. So that is depend on your workplace, what are the workplace, which type of cranes we are using. So you have to ensure that the radius of crane. And if you are using the another cranes for the erections, then also start the surface, and the surface is proper compacted. So that is basic things. If you are going to do erections, if you are going to work with the lifting work, so these are basic things for the safety measurements. If you are using 100% your erections has been done for tower crane safety measures is very important. So proper as operators cabin must be fully AC because of they are stay in the height, and there is very deficiency of air. So they must cabin must have to proper AC and proper fire extinguisher system, SL, safe load indicators in the cabins, and digital safe load indicators so that can operator understand, and uh, some speaking and urinal facility must be provided on the tower cranes, which is the important things, the lighting arresters, aviation lamp, fire extinguishers, and limit switch, limit switch, proper safe access, proper lifelines for the fall protections with the fall arrestor systems. Fall arrestor systems, safe load indicators must be identified in the entire jeep, and were also crane operator understand the load of tower cranes, all wire and drums, and proper proper greasing, proper maintenance should be required, and display the safety signage in the cabins, cabin, and display the third party certificate reports nearby the below the tower ground so that can be understood by the another peoples. And if you are going to use both two cranes, one in project, both are current communications must be strong, proper once competent signalmen and operators and supervisors should be provided, and if possible to provided the mm, automatic cut limit cut art, which is a very important, and for the avoid the any obstructions, any heat to another scram. and there is lighting arresters are thing is very important are and proper what another most hazards, one of the most hazards of electricals, if you are going to operational tower crash, because of there are each and every uh, there are all main tower cranes wire is coming on the mast, so you have proper protected and proper insulations where if you have observed the damage, then and it that should be immediate rectify and immediately insulated, yet don't leave any observations within the within hours, try to complete that. If you have observed any major observations, then tower crane should be stopped until the compliance. So today we have discussed about the tower crane safety precautions, and if you are moving erections, then moving in parts, then suspended load area, no movements of workers near the suspended load, that is a basic things. So you have to take an, and that is depend on you how to proactively safety measures taking in your place. So that is depend on you, but uh, finally I want to say, I would like to say, you have to be aware about the tower crane safety, lifting safety, one of the majors and big hazards, hazardous activity for lifting in construction sector. You know that past 3 months past 3 months ago, approx 21 people died dead on workplace and spot dead in the uh, in the Mumbai. So that time said grand dark has fall, is fall from high due to some issue, due to some lacking. So people's below the 21 20, approx 30 people's working below the area, that times 21 people spot dead, including one engineer and safety officer. That is very sad news. So you have to prepare, you have to take responsibility. If you are a safety professional, that is your responsibility to mitigate the risk. Don't fear about the any types of any types of uh, pressures in construction sector, because that is your responsibility to save human life and property at the projects. Thanks.